All right, we'll go ahead and get started. If anybody jumps on, then we can catch them up. But hi there, I'm Dory Martin. I'm not sure if I've ever met either of you before, but I work with Child Care Aware of Missouri as a resource specialist, and I focus on the resource website, Show Me Child Care Resources, which is what we'll be talking about today. So I'll share my screen with you and I'll go through a brief PowerPoint. Usually I like to keep these about 15 minutes total, and with some question time at the end. So just holler if you need something immediately, but otherwise I'll have some time at the end for any questions you might have. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. All right. So today we're talking about curriculum ideas, specifically theme-based curriculum. Actually, if you don't mind, do you guys mind sharing what kind of curriculum you use in your childcare programs?
I would say a creative curriculum right now.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Creative.
Okay, all right, yeah. All right, and Charlotte, I'm not able to hear you, but if you wouldn't mind going into the chat and typing in what kind of curriculum you follow, if you follow a curriculum in your program. But today we're talking about theme-based plans. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. If I can find this again. So first off, you're planning your themes. So going through, if you're doing it by month, by week, kind of figuring out what those themes will look like for the year. Sometimes it's a no-brainer. Depending on the time of year, you can do an autumn theme or a summer theme or a spring theme, because those are givens and those are always nice to have. But then other things to consider as you're planning your themes would be like what age groups you're working with, what kind of schedule do you want, as I mentioned, as far as months or weeks of themes. Do you have enough content to fill those schedules based on what you're wanting to do? And then also what your normal daily routine is and how that theme might play into your schedule. So like during outside time, we'll do this because it correlates with the theme that we're using this week, or during circle time, we'll focus on this lesson because it is relevant to what we're working on this week. And then once you've kind of figured out your themes, doing some research for those different themes as to what you can do in art, what songs and dances you can do in music and movement, and so on. So then once you figured out your themes, you can figure out what lessons and activities you want to do. So kind of going along with that research section of art ideas and music and movement and cooking and experiments and sensory, what you can do to support those themes in the different components of your day. So things to think about would be like, what lesson plan outline do you use? What format do you use? Do you start with a question or something fun to catch the children's attention? And again, this is more, I guess, closely related to like 2s and up. For your infants, things are gonna look a little bit different. You're gonna do different things to engage in different things that will be relevant to a theme. But infants are just kind of a different ball game. So you'll have other abilities and other levels that you can use with your infants. And then going along, oh, hi, Andrea. And then going along with, how you doing?
Okay.
Good. I am recording this, so if you would like, I can share it with you afterward, just so you know. So what questions would you ask to guide understanding and check understanding once the lesson is complete? And then what activities will you do to follow up with the lesson and support what you've been working on in your more structured lesson time? So I've just put like a sample of something that's on Show Me Child Care Resources for a lesson plan outline. And then just a couple of cute pictures I found that related to the My Body theme. So in Show Me Child Care Resources concerning theme-based lesson plans, there are resources from PNC which have readily made lessons for mostly focusing in the arts and sciences, but some of them focus on math concepts. And so it goes through the materials you'll need for that lesson, what questions you can ask to get the kids engaged or check for understanding. And then also there are like suggestions for connecting to home. Outside of the theme-based lessons, you'll find lesson plan templates that you can utilize for different age groups. So your infants, your toddlers, your threes, and your pre-K groups. Also within the lesson plan section, you'll find book suggestions that would support the lesson, tips just to get the most out of the lesson, and also like a vocabulary list of words you can introduce to the children you're working with and how to explain them in a way that they would understand it. So that is the PowerPoint section of the presentation. Now I'm going to get on to Show Me Child Care resources and show you where you can locate these resources. So when you log in to your account, this is the homepage. In order to get to these theme-based resources, you would go to In the Classroom at the top here. Go down to Curriculum. And then once you're in your curriculum section, you'll look over here on this left-hand side, and at the very bottom it says theme-based lesson plans. So as you can see, it has a list of the different themes that you may be exploring in your classrooms. And so we'll do My 5 Senses and see lesson plan. So you can see just in relation to My 5 Senses, we've got, how many was that? 11 lesson plans, just focusing on a different topic. So this talks about ceramic cups and like creating those. Again, that would be the feel sense, finding patterns with your eyes, goofy goggles, learning the sense of sight. So you can kind of see, I'll click on finding patterns, view lesson, and you'll see what you'll need. So your materials, what you would do going through the lesson. So discussing what makes a pattern and talking about the vocabulary. What is a pattern? The word repeat, things that look similar, using your sense of sight. So going through what to do in the lesson, and then like what the activity would be, and then guiding student inquiry. So explaining what makes a pattern, telling them about the different components of the pattern, and then asking questions about what they've learned and what they know about patterns after the lesson. And then also practicing that understanding in order to get to that point of understanding. And then you can see down here are those lessons that were also in the My 5 Senses section. Over here, we talked about the vocabulary, and then there are also the lesson tips, the books that can be read to support pattern learning, and then the homeschool connections. So like you can have these either sent through email, or if you're wanting to print them off and share them with families, you can. Just to say, or if you're wanting to create something of your own, like in a newsletter for your program, you can say, share, like you've shared a portion of this. You don't always have to share everything. It's just whatever you would choose to share, saying like, in class, we learned about our sense of sight today and explored patterns. And then picking out the parts that you wanted to share with families just to encourage discussion at home. And then if they're at the grocery store or outside playing, and they can look for patterns in their environment together, just to kind of drive that home. So I'm going to go back. And so you can do that with any one of these themes, and you'll see different lesson plans available based on those themes. Now, I also mentioned in the PowerPoint that there are lesson plan templates that are available if that is what you're looking for. So down at the very bottom is where we found theme-based lesson plans within the curriculum section, but there are also lesson plan templates. that are here if you would like to utilize them. And they come up as a Word document that you're able to edit however you would like. So that's available here. Now, as far as everything we just went over, do you guys have any questions? And you have my contact information, I believe. I know you have, I believe you have my email address. And I'm not sure if you all have my phone number, but always feel free to give me a call or email me at any time with any questions. If you're looking for something specific unrelated to theme-based lesson plans and you want some help finding it, just let me know and I can see if we have it in Show Me Childcare resources, because believe me, there are a lot of good resources in here, and I know sometimes it can be difficult to locate them. So if you're ever looking for something specific and you're not finding it, just let me know and I'll double check to make sure we don't have it in case you're needing something.
Dory, can you give us your number?
Yeah.
My phone lost all my contacts as of right now.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, my phone number is 314-754-1611.
Okay.
And then the email is just Dory, DORI, @mo.childcareware.org. I'll bring up this PowerPoint again real quick because I think I have it on the very front page. Can you all see that?
Yes.
All right, great. So there's my contact information. Just let me know if you have any questions. If you know of anyone who is needing resources, please send them my way and I can help them out.